Hey, come in. What we're going to do, we're going to fit this Sanus Advanced Tilt so it can kind of go tilting forward and back. It will move a little bit left and right. It's going to go with a Philips Ambilight TV, this big TV here. And we're going to fit it on this wall. There is wood behind the wall, which makes our life a hell of a lot easier, but to double check where the wood is, I'm going to use stud buddy. I've just got magnets in it. And the idea is, as you feel along the wall, when you feel something kind of stopping, you should kind of be able to stick to the wall like that. And all that is a magnet. It's sticking to a screw that's in the wall. As you can see, we've definitely got some wood behind it, so we can fit to it. Matted out the area because we don't want to drop anything. If I drop something on the floor, I don't want to mark the floor, so it's just to protect it. We always do this because if we put a tool bag down on the floor as well, if I have to move it for any reason, I'm not going to scratch the floor or mark it. What we're going to do first of all, before we do anything, is unpack the bracket, open it all out, make sure we've got the right screws for the telly, get that all set up onto the back of the TV, and then we get all our measurements. Nice thing about Sanus's spacers, you can put them on. It's like a little, I don't know if you ever had tea towel holder back in the 90s. You used to have a little thing like that on the wall and you'd poke your tea towel in and it would hold it on the wall. Anyway, but they hold, so they don't fall off. So you can get your screw in already with its washer in place. And you can pre-put your spacers on without them falling off. So I can hold that there and the screws aren't going anywhere, which is always very handy. We always leave the TV in the base if we can and get the bracket on because it just holds it in place and stops it wobbling. We don't have to put it on a big flat surface or take up any space or room doing that as well. The Sanus brackets move really nice. You can use an electric screwdriver on this, but I don't like to, not too often, because then you can't hear if it's causing a problem or squashing anything. When you're tightening these up, I always push them up. Reason why is the telly's going to go down, so if you pull these up as you're doing them up, it will save any movement when you put the telly on the wall. Now, these brackets will pull out. You can angle the telly a little bit, but you can also tilt the telly. I really like them. They're called an advanced tilt. They lock into place. You can unlock them and then lock them back in when they're on the bracket. So you've got little rails here. There's your fixing holes. Nice thing about Sanus brackets, they hide your fixing holes. So once it's on the wall, put that down, you don't see anything. That literally just hooks into there. So that's now, that would be on your wall and you can tilt it and push it down. Problem is when you're going to go put it on the wall, these will push in and you can't kind of feel if it's on. So you definitely need two people. But we have a little sneaky way of stopping that happening. Now I've shown this before, but just sticking the cable tie around the bracket helps massively when you're putting it on the wall. It doesn't push in by accident, so you can actually get a firm fitment and then you cut them off afterwards. Just a handy hint. So measuring your TV is key. So always do width and height, and then we measure where the bracket is. Once you've measured your height and your width of the telly, you need to measure where your actual fixing holes are going to be on the wall. But to bear in mind, obviously, if you push this up, it will move a little bit, and that's allowing for the weight of the telly. So if you do stick a level at the top, get your measuring tape, push it up a little bit, and we are going to be, I would say, 350. And then we'll make a note of that measurement, and on the wall then we can allow for where the telly's actually going to finish. Measure the centre of the wall. So obviously you want the TV in the middle. Some walls you don't, but this one we definitely. And then obviously we've got to organise the height now. The brackets on the wall, you can just pull the flap down and then hide. But don't be one of those people that doesn't hoover. Eh? So we're going to hoover. But the mats have done their trick. If you want to get any mats like this made up, Stickers and that made these. So they're nice, you can jet wash them. And they just protect your floor, also your tools. Because we put the cable ties on, when you're putting it on the wall, it stops the bracket pushing away from you. Because when you're trying to put it on the wall, if you don't have anything like that, you try to mount it, and the arms push back towards you, so you're not sure if you're on. We just got to lock these bits in at the bottom, if you can see that. And then so you push back and angle as well. That's a hell of an angle. That's too loose, you can tighten that up on the little arms on the side. Like me, I've got little arms. All we've got to do now is shuffle it so it's in the middle. You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
You didn't mark the floor, did you?
I hope not.
Once you've measured your width and your height of the telly, what you want to do is find out where your bracket finishes compared to the height of your telly. Megan's making silly faces at me. That's why the phone is shaking so much, because she's laughing.
Do you want me to restart?
I can